Leland Tyler Wayne, professionally known as Metro Boomin, is one of the most influential music producers of the 2010s and 2020s. Born on September 16, 1993, in St. Louis, Missouri, Metro's rise to fame is a classic tale of talent, hustle, and foresight. Long before he became the go-to beatmaker for artists like Future, 21 Savage, and Drake, Metro was just a music-obsessed teenager crafting beats from his mom's basement. He grew up in a single-parent household, raised primarily by his mother, Leslie Wayne. Even as a young kid, he showed a deep interest in music and technology. At age 13, Metro was given a laptop and a copy of the FL Studio software, and that was the turning point. He taught himself how to use the program and spent countless hours making beats, experimenting with sounds, and slowly mastering the craft that would change his life. Before Metro became a full-time producer, he was an ambitious high school student attending Parkway North High School in the suburbs of St. Louis. He originally had dreams of becoming a rapper, not a producer. Like many other artists, Metro started by trying to rap over beats he found online. But over time, he realized he had a greater passion and talent for producing beats rather than writing lyrics. He shifted his focus and became obsessive about developing his own sound. While other kids were out partying or playing sports, Metro was on music forums trading samples, collaborating with other producers, and cold emailing artists in hopes of working with them. His early grind also included a lot of strategic networking. By the time he was 16, Metro had made connections with several upcoming rappers via Twitter and MySpace, and he convinced his mother to drive him from St. Louis to Atlanta to meet them. That trip would be pivotal in launching his career. Metro Boomin is often associated with Atlanta, and while he was born and raised in St. Louis, his career truly blossomed in Atlanta's thriving hip-hop scene. After that first road trip to Atlanta, Metro continued building relationships in the city, most notably with Atlanta rap legend Future. Atlanta became his second home, and it was here that he found the network, energy, and opportunity to flourish. Eventually, he made the move permanent and attended Morehouse College for a short period before dropping out to focus on music full-time. Atlanta wasn't just a backdrop for his rise, it was the place that shaped his sound. The gritty, melodic, and often eerie trap beats that came to define Metro's style were a perfect fit for the artists emerging from Atlanta at the time. His production became synonymous with the city's hip-hop renaissance in the 2010s. Metro Boomin's early inspirations are rooted in the producers who defined the sound of Southern rap and trap music. He grew up listening to beats from legends like Pharrell Williams, Kanye West, Dr. Dre, and Mannie Fresh, but he gravitated most toward the production styles of Lex Luger and Shawty Redd. Luger, in particular, had a profound influence on Metro's sonic identity. The dark, cinematic trap beats Luger created for artists like Waka Flocka Flame and Rick Ross inspired Metro to craft something of his own in that same space. In interviews, Metro has mentioned how he studied the structure and cadence of those beats to better understand what makes a track hit. He wasn't just imitating, he was deconstructing, learning the blueprint so he could flip it and make something new. His ability to absorb influences while staying original is what ultimately set him apart from other young producers. Metro Boomin's big break came in the early 2010s when he started landing major placements with established rappers. One of the first songs that really put him on the map was Future's Karate Chop, released in 2013. Although the song was controversial due to a lyric from Lil Wayne that sparked public backlash, it still gained heavy attention and brought Metro's name into the mainstream producer conversation. From there, things moved quickly. Metro built a reputation for delivering hard-hitting, instantly recognizable beats. Songs like Honest and Move That Dope by Future kept his momentum going. Then came I Won by Future and Kanye West, and the explosive Tuesday by I Love McConaughey and Drake, which Metro co-produced. Each of these songs showcased his versatility. He could go from ethereal melodies to thundering trap drums without losing his signature sound. By the mid-2010s, his producer tag Metro Boomin Want Some More N had become a staple in the culture. The true moment that solidified Metro as a household name came in 2015 with Future and Drake's collaborative mixtape, What a Time to Be Alive. Metro produced a large portion of the project, including standout tracks like Jumpman, which became a massive hit. That same year, he executive produced Future's DS2 album, featuring hits like Where Ya At and Stick Talk. Both projects were critical and commercial successes, and Metro's name was now synonymous with the golden era of trap music. In 2016, he continued to dominate by executive producing Savage Mode, the breakout project from 21 Savage. The dark, moody production of tracks like No Heart and X helped define 21 Savage's early sound and pushed Metro even further into the limelight. Over the next few years, his resume would continue to expand to include work with Travis Scott, The Weeknd, Post Malone, Migos, and Big Sean, among many others. As Metro's brand grew, he began to explore the business side of music more seriously. In 2017, he signed a publishing deal with Universal Music Publishing Group, one of the biggest names in the industry. While details of the deal weren't made fully public, it signified a major step in Metro's evolution from a hit-making producer to a business mogul. The deal allowed him to retain creative control over his music, while gaining access to wider distribution and licensing opportunities. Around this time, Metro also started his own label imprint, Boominati Worldwide, which operates under Republic Records. With his label, he's positioned himself to eventually sign and develop new talent, creating opportunities for the next generation of producers and artists. Despite his commercial success, Metro Boomin has remained relatively private and focused on his work. He's known for being meticulous, often spending hours perfecting the smallest details in a beat. In 2018, he briefly stepped away from the spotlight, sparking rumors of retirement. But in typical Metro fashion, he came back stronger, releasing his solo debut album, Not All Heroes Wear Capes, later that year. The album featured an all-star lineup and debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. In 2022, he followed up with Heroes and Villains, another chart-topping project that continued to showcase his cinematic production style and collaborative chemistry with artists like Future and 21 Savage. These albums weren't just beat compilations, they were cohesive conceptual projects that elevated the art of production to a new level. Today, Metro Boomin stands as one of the most respected and impactful producers in modern music. His journey from a St. Louis teenager making beats on FL Studio to a Grammy-winning, chart-topping producer is nothing short of extraordinary. He redefined what it means to be a producer in the digital age, proving that with talent, vision, and hustle, anything is possible. More than just a beat maker, Metro Boomin is a storyteller and innovator, and a pillar of hip-hop culture. Whether he's behind the boards or curating full-length albums, one thing is clear. Metro doesn't just make music, he builds worlds.